you're probably taking your speeches too seriously. And I'll tell you now that it's costing you. And I know because I've been there myself. But it's only once I had my little awakening that I was able to become aware of the problem and address it, and then finally speak freely in front of 2,000 people on numerous occasions with ease, win public speaking competitions, and receive a few standing ovations here and there. And this is all cool and all, but it's only once you understand, if I can just get this little grain of sand out of my eye, it's only once you understand a certain principle that we really understand this concept here. So what I want, I'll write this down because it's quite important. I'll make it, it'll just help make it more clear. It is that what our goal is at the end of the day is to make our work feel like play. If we can successfully do that, we win. Game's done, we've won, enemy forfeits, white flag, victory. What I mean by that is, if we take something like public speaking, let's compare that to our work, okay? Typically, it's the most common fear in the world. It tends to be quite nerve-wracking, maybe a bit, definitely a bit uncomfortable. We get anxious, we have to prepare, stakes on the line, the stakes are high, a lot's on the line, our reputation's on the line many times. There's people judging us, assessing us, evaluating our competence. We want to come across as confident. You get the idea, okay? Let's call that work. If we can take all the negative things we've listed with work and somehow transform work into a feeling of play, a sense of play, creativity, natural stimulation, flow, authenticity, charisma, charm, humor, if we can bring our genuine, authentic, our real selves to the arena of work, we win. Not only do we personally get better, but we can destroy, if that's what you're going for here, not that we're competing with other people on some, philanthropist vibe that we're on. The world is amazing. We're not competing with everyone else. We're just competing with ourselves, whatever. Me versus me. But if you want to compete with other people, you're going to destroy them at this game because you actually enjoy it. You're actually you're actually having fun. There's a genuine smile on your face. So how do we do that? How do we make our work feel like play? Oh, also why we want to do that is because we get better ideas. We're more of ourselves. We can do this time and time again because we genuinely enjoyed it. That people can feel our energy and they want to be around us then. They want to listen to us genuinely. They want to come and speak to us after we've delivered our speech because they want to find out more about us. Who are you, bro? Who is this girl with the blazer on and these heels? How does she make it look easy? Tell me more. What is your secret, girl? The only way to do that is through a sense of play, a state of play. So when I not look there. When I competed in public speaking competitions a bit more frequently, I would never listen to the competition. I wouldn't even be in the venue. I'd leave. I'd be outside, and I'd always have my buddy with me. He wasn't even competing. He wasn't a public speaker. He didn't care. He was just a good friend of mine, and him and I would always be there together outside, just talking a bunch of smack. We'd be laughing, we'd be giggling, we'd be maybe gossiping a little bit, a bit of girl drama. We'd be laughing as if it was a lunch break. I'd have snacks, he'd have snacks. We'd be giggling. If I didn't say laughing, laughing. We'd be smiling. We'd be having a good time. We'd be playing like little kittens, like little puppies running around, like little lion cubs jumping and biting each other by the neck, like little monkeys swinging from vine to vine. We're not these big, serious, suit and tie, formal blah, blah, blahs competing in a big, serious public speaking competition with a lot on the line. We're these cute little lion cubs jumping around and having fun. Okay. And then when I'd hear my name to be called out, Hey, look up. Do we have a Luca here? Oh, yep, he's coming. Okay. Then he'd like slap me on the back as if he's hyping me up for a personal record in the gym. And he go, yeah, let's go, bro. And then he comes and he sits down, and we immediately transition from the state of play and we carry that over into the work. We carry that fun, the jokes, the liveliness, the humor, the laughter, the singing, the dancing, the giggling, and I carry that over into my work, into my competition, into my speaking. And I would go there and I would have a natural posture, which is authentic to me. I feel good. My arms would be out. My torso would be open, revealed, palms open, because I genuinely feel at ease. I'd be smiling because I was genuinely happy in the moment. I'd be nodding because it's almost rhythmic to the music I was just listening to. I'd be, having little, there's only, there's little things that come in conversation that when you prepare for a speech and you memorize it, it kind of destroys all the little like charming, quirky mannerisms that appear in your conversational state because you just memorize this word for word like a brick, like a cinder block, and you recite it. But when you go out there in conversation, I might tend to giggle. In conversation, I might have this little, I don't know, reflex action of my nose, which is normal. And you can't necessarily do that on command. You can't prepare for that. But you can put yourself in a natural conversational tone or space or state of mind, play, where you can bring out these natural expressions of yours. Okay. So essentially, when I entered the state of play and I transitioned into the work felt like play. I enjoyed the work. I enjoyed speaking. I enjoyed the pressure almost of standing in front of everyone. I enjoyed the stakes being high, only having one chance, one opportunity to never let it go, like Slim Shady, whatever, Eminem, whatever. I enjoyed that. It felt good, okay? It felt nice. And I spoke well. People laughed. People connected. They resonated. The judges liked it. I got applause. And I won the competition. I won another one as well. Thanks to my friend, thanks to our state of play that we use that to transition into work, and everything smoothly. So this state of play stuff really works. The question is, however, how do I do it? Okay, it works fine, Mr. Charming and Charismatic. That would be me. Never mind. Okay, so how do we do it? What I just said, it's quite simple. Treat it like lunch break. Lunch break vibes. You want to be a cute little lion cub just jumping around, or a little swinger. I'm the king of the swingers, oh, the jungle VIP. You want to be like a little monkey, just grappling from vine to vine. You're just cute. You're a kid. You're not these big, serious, concrete, thick-headed, stone-headed grown-ups in suits and ties delivering a speech. You're a little cute lion cub monkey swinger who doesn't even know what the word responsibility means. That's the vibe we're going for. We want to laugh. We want to jump and jive. We want to dance. We want to sing because we have all this adrenaline when we're nervous, and the adrenaline builds up. And we do these different things like dance, like sing, like jump, like make jokes and do this weird random little jitter of our body. And that releases energy, it releases the adrenaline. So then when we transition from play to work and we go and speak, we feel better because we've got rid of all this adrenaline, this energy, the jitters, the nerves. So we don't go up and stand when we speak and say, hey, good morning, everyone. And we move forwards and backwards and we say, hey, and we move from side to side and we don't even know what to say anymore because there's so much adrenaline and energy that we forget our lines. So by doing all these movements, these things that seem random, that seem seamingless, senseless, there's actually method to the madness here. And if none of that works for you, if you can just do this one thing, you'll still see benefits and improvements, and that is force a smile. Bottom line, if you can do that, you still gain a lot from this video. Because what the smile does is, firstly, it tricks you. It sets up your external to appear at least as playful, as happy, as warm. And once your external, I have videos on this as well, once your external aligns with a certain archetype, a certain behavior or character, your internal then goes and follows that. So by your external being smiley, your internal will shortly follow. So your feelings, you'll just naturally end up feeling a bit warmer, a bit better, a bit more comfortable in the moment. And when you transition that smiley state into your work, other people see it, other people feel it, other people resonate with it. So not only does it help you and you feeling better, the crowd feels better. Ultimately, everything compounds here. So we have a sandwich where your work and your speech is ultimately really, really good. I just want to focus on, bonus tip, let's go. A bonus, which I nearly left out. It goes hand in hand with this state of play stuff. You'll see what I mean. But if we can focus on breaking patterns, that is another very important point. Because what breaking, I'm just trying to get a thumbnail here, that's why I switched it to my left hand, haha. Because what breaking patterns is all about is just being a little odd, a little out of the ordinary, to catch someone's attention, to wake them up from this trance-like morning hour office state of mind, so they can concentrate, or so they can just snap out of it and listen to who's this charming, eloquent speaker in front of them. Breaking patterns, it allows you to be more memorable. It allows you to be more almost charming and conversational in your speech. And what it is it's in a sense giving us an excuse to be ourselves, but it's the little, like the littlest of details. It's when you have to label something, groups of three. Here's 3 tips I want to give you guys. Firstly, you want to enter a state of play. Secondly, you want to break patterns. And thirdly, you want to be yourself. The first thing I labeled was with the middle finger. That's breaking a pattern. Instead of saying ciao, I messed it up. Instead of saying bye-bye, you say ciao, adios, au revoir, you know? Instead of saying hey, you say hola. Instead of saying, hey Luca, how's it going? You say, oh, I'm okay. No. Hey Luca, how you doing? Oh, I'm better than you. You know, it's all about these little breaking patterns here. In a speech, what's another example? Oh, here's this thing I personally like to call ... That breaks patterns. It's your own little twist to something. You know what I mean? Here's this technique I like to call the phenomenon of transcendental behavior in the public speaking arena. If you don't know what that is, that's okay, because I made it up 2 seconds ago. Breaking patterns. It's all about breaking patterns, and it goes hand in hand with play. Because when you're playful, when you're fun, when you're jumping and jiving and swimming and diving and I don't know, whatever, running and siding and swerving and earning and put your sunscreen on so you're not burning. I'm a rapper. I'm Slim Shady. When you're in that good state of play, breaking patterns becomes natural. And at times, you might say something a bit silly. It's a joke that might appear as a bit cringe. You might reveal a side to yourself, a side of yourself that maybe is a bit too vulnerable. And that's okay, because ultimately you have to ask yourself, in that situation, yes, I said something maybe a bit cringe. Did I break patterns? If the answer is yes, and you still have your job, that's all that matters here. Okay, successful. So what I want you to get from this video is we need to enter a state of play. How do we do that? Essentially lunch break vibes, be with your buddies, laugh, sing, have a good time, talk about other things, gossip with those girlies. Not that that's a stereotype, woman, please excuse me. And then you want to carry that state of play once you enter it over into your work, and it just overflows and you win and you hit the jackpot and happily ever after. Bonus tip, break patterns. What I want you to focus on here is with these videos of mine, yeah, they're cool and I'm charming and you like watching them, but they're largely theory based. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but if we really want to get good here, the process of improving at public speaking is largely practice based. It's quite practical. So this is theory, but we have to put this in motion. So if you want to get good, you have to speak, you have to write, you have to actually battle out your nerves, and believe it or not, stand in front of a crowd. okay? But when you go about this, you just want to focus on one thing at a time here. So the next time you go out, don't go and enter a state of play and break patterns. First, just try enter a state of play, or first just try and break patterns. But just take one thing and focus on that. All right. Just take one of these two or two options here and just focus on one of them the next time you go and speak. The next time you say a speech, are you going to break a pattern, or are you first just going to try and be, yourself and fun and jumpy and jivey before your speech, and then see how that carries over into the speaking scenario? All right. So that's been the video. I've been Luca. If you enjoyed, that's good. If you got value from this, even better. If you have any questions or if you need any personalized help here, please feel free to ask me in the comments of this YouTube video or check the link in the description. It's a link to book a call with me, but it's completely free. And please check it out because I've got the time here to help you, and I think I can help you, or at least I'll try. That's been the video. Please take care, and I hope to see you in the next one. Ciao.